What's up, Libra? Let's see what the next 48 looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Libra placement. You could be dealing with a Leo. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Or I'm hearing your kids have those placements. All right, how are we taking these? Okay. All right, starting off, you guys have the King of Swords. I feel like that's you, but you could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You got the Six of Wands. You got the Death card. You could be dealing with the Scorpio. You got the Eight of Pentacles. You could be dealing with a Virgo. And then you have the Sun. There's that Leo energy. You have the Tower. And then you have the Nine of Swords. Some of you guys are feeling guilty about, like, picking you. Okay, I feel like you guys had to block out some sort of energy here. Maybe something has come to an end, right? A family dynamic with that Ten of Cups. But I feel like this is what you're headed towards, like your real Ten of Cups. So if you've been dealing with somebody that you thought was like going to be your end-all be-all, I feel like because you removed yourself from that energy and you're finally done, that's when you're going to be able to meet the person you are actually meant to have a happily ever after with, okay? With the Sun, the Tower, the Nine of Swords, some of you guys don't like what you see. There's something here about reflecting about who you are, what you do, where you are in your life. I feel like someone here could be going through like a midlife crisis or something like that is what that energy is really like pulling towards me. I do feel like if you guys are dissatisfied with where you are in your life, I do see you making a big change. The thing is that like you're not really open to this change at this moment because you do have the Seven of Wands here, okay? I do feel like you could be taking your time when it comes to whatever this is. Others of you, you had to pick yourself, okay? I feel like somebody could have been putting you through the ringer. This could have been a job. This could have been a relationship. Put it where it goes, right? But it just feels like you had to pick you in a situation, and a lot of people may have made you feel guilty about that. You're currently feeling guilty because maybe you had to step out of character in order to fulfill this. But whatever this energy is, it just feels like you're coming to the realization that you are just as important as people around you, okay? And so again, I feel like if you're feeling some kind of way, you will be pulling out of that energy, but you had to do what you had to do. And if this doesn't resonate, I feel like you're going to be having to do something here that's it's going to help you to get your power back, okay? I feel like you guys are very like self-sacrificing here. And so something just comes about that's going to just kind of put you in your head, but it's going to be for the betterment of you because it's the Sun, okay? Next 48, King of Swords, you're dealing with a father figure, you're dealing with a boss here. If you're dealing with either or, maybe both, I feel like you could be getting into some sort of argument here. I feel like you're right and you're trying to prove the point, but the problem is that they're trying to prove the point that you're wrong even though you're not, okay? So I do see you getting into some sort of altercation with somebody here that thinks they know better or thinks that they know everything. Others of you, I feel like this is you. You're going to have to like kind of draw the line in the sand when it comes to a person, place, or thing. This is like you getting onto your kids. They're not, doing what they need to be doing. This is you having to get onto your like coworkers or employees. Like again, you could be a boss, but I just feel like whatever this is, like this is you just having to be straightforward, communicating with people and letting them know like where they stand and what's what, okay? So you could be kind of in a mood in the next 48. Six of Wands, I feel like you guys are going to be getting attention for something though. Like I am picking up mostly work stuff right now. So it just feels like next 48, like they could be throwing like a luncheon for you. They could be promoting you. There's some sort of celebration, something about you, okay? Some of you guys could have a Libra rising or moon in your Gemini placement and like it could be your birthday. I just see you getting a lot of attention here, okay? Some of you guys are changing things up in your life right now. You could be changing the way that you do your hair. Maybe you cut it, you colored it. You could be losing weight, putting on weight. There's something here about your physical appearance, the way that you appear to people here. And I feel like a lot of people like it, okay? You're getting like good responses here when it comes to something that you're changing physically, okay? I do feel like you guys are going towards a new cycle here that's going to allow for more appreciation and more gratitude like coming towards you than you have in the past here. You have the Death card here. I do feel that in the next 48, you could be starting something new. Like this is like starting a new hobby. This is starting maybe you're starting a new book. There's like a new adventure is what I'm getting for somebody here, okay? You guys could be avid readers and you're just excited. You're going to like be starting this like book you've been wanting to read. It just feels so simple, okay? So If it's not that, you're starting a diet, you're starting a new routine, you're starting something here. And it just feels like in the next 48, like you're feeling really good about it, okay? And I feel like things start off really strong and they end pretty strong as well here, okay? I feel like this goes without saying, but like hard work pays off, okay? So if you guys are starting a new routine in the next 48, if you are or have been promoted to a new position, it's like, yeah, like you're gonna have to work a little bit harder to show and prove like why they gave this to you. If this is a new routine or something like that, like, yeah, it's gonna, maybe back in the day, you're like, I used to drop 20 pounds like nothing. And now it's like, well, it's feeling like work. So I feel like whatever you're doing in the next 48, if you're not working on yourselves, you're working on your house, you're at work. I just feel like you're working. It feels like it never ends. You could be working out as well, okay? So I do feel like that's the energy that you guys are pulling in for the next 48. So that's what I have for you, Libra. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you on the next one.